Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting events of the 1800s, the California Gold Rush, a time when people from around the world dropped everything to chase the dream of striking it rich. Buckle up as we explore how a simple discovery of gold forever changed the landscape of America and the lives of thousands. It all started in 1848 when a carpenter named James W. Marshall made a life-changing discovery. While working on a sawmill in Coloma, California, Marshall noticed some shiny flakes in the American River. He had just found gold. At first, the news was kept quiet. After all, this was an era when California was still a sleepy, underpopulated part of the U.S., which had only just acquired it from Mexico after the Mexican-American War. But that silence didn't last long. By 1849, the news spread like wildfire, and suddenly, California was the place to be. People from all over the world, America, Europe, China, and even South America, rushed to the West. These fortune seekers became known as the 49ers, and no, I'm not talking about the football team. Some traveled by ship around Cape Horn, others braved the rugged overland trails, all in the hope of finding their fortune. San Francisco, once a tiny settlement, exploded into a booming city, growing from about 800 residents in 1848 to over 25,000 in just a few years. Now, mining for gold wasn't all glitter. The camps were rough and dangerous, often filled with disease, crime, and tough living conditions. And as it turns out, very few people actually struck it rich. Most of the easily accessible gold was gone quickly, and those who arrived later found it much harder to make a fortune. Interestingly enough, the real wealth was often found not in the mines, but in businesses that sprung up around them. People who provided food, supplies, and equipment to miners, like Levi Strauss, who sold denim jeans, became some of the biggest success stories of the gold rush. However, there's a darker side to this golden story. The gold rush had a devastating impact on Native American populations. With the influx of settlers, many indigenous peoples were pushed off their lands, forced into labor, or killed. It's estimated that the native Californian population dropped by over 80% during this period. So, what was the legacy of the gold rush? For starters, California's population boom helped it achieve statehood in 1850, just 2 years after gold was discovered. The gold rush also accelerated the westward expansion of the United States and contributed to its rapid industrial growth. Even today, California's identity is tied to the gold rush spirit, risk-taking, innovation, and the dream of striking it big. Whether in Silicon Valley or Hollywood, that gold rush mentality continues to shape the state. The California gold rush may have lasted only a few short years, but its impact on the United States was profound. It not only transformed the West, but also symbolized the dream of opportunity that defined much of the 19th century. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which historical event you'd like to see next.